We're joined next today by Noble Gas Solutions President and CEO Dave Mahoney. Dave, welcome back to the show.
Hey, thanks. Glad to be with you.
Dave, you and your wife Donna started the GAWDA Gives Back program in 2000. Can you discuss how you came up with the idea and why it was so important to get involved at the community level?
Actually, I don't deserve the credit. The credit goes to my wife, Donna. Donna has a master's degree in social work. And in late 1999, when we were preparing to go to our planning committee meeting in Maui, she approached me with an idea and said that the whole purpose was, every year we go to a beautiful city, we enjoy their parks, their convention centers, their restaurants, their hotels. And her thought was, wouldn't it be nice if, as an industry, we left a gift and left our mark in that community in a way of saying thank you for allowing us to be in your beautiful city. So what happened is I went to the planning committee meeting, and Donna was with me, and we talked with the committee about the idea, and it was agreed unanimously to adopt the program and kick it off. The couple of caveats. One was that we wanted the acting president and their significant other to pick the charity every year that was near and dear to them within the host city. So, and the second part of that was that we didn't want it to be a large organization like the American Cancer Society or the March of Dimes. We wanted it to be a grassroots organization so that you could really get the impact of giving back to the community. And from the get-go, when we started to give these checks out at the convention, the recipients were always in awe. They would come to the meeting with no idea of how much money they were going to be getting from our association. And every time that I sit in on a Gives Back presentation, I'm always fighting back the tears because it is such a wonderful thing that our industry does. And very, very proud that we do it.
So now that the program has been running for more than 2 decades, how does it feel to have left that legacy in the association?
Me goosebumps. I had no idea when we started it back in 2000 that it would end up being my legacy as president of the association. And again, all of that credit goes to Donna because it was really her vision, and I was just the salesman. And really, really enjoyed beating up fellow members and vendors for donations early on so that we could get this thing to become a snowball. And it absolutely did. And it got bigger and bigger and bigger every year, to the point to where we actually decided, hey, we need to split this money and not give it to one group because we were giving so much money. So it's a pretty neat thing when you stop and think about it.
Can you take members inside baseball on the initial setup and launch of the program?
Donna laid out the guidelines that we wanted to have each president follow for every year when they would go to a host city, when they were doing their planning, so they could look into the various charities that they wanted to give to. And Donna also acted as a resource. So she was available for the president or their significant other for phone conversations, or she would do some networking for them. Sometimes they would say, hey, this is the charity that I want to give to. And Donna would say, okay, give me an opportunity to run with it, and I'll do some research and find out what's available to try to help you out. And there was other times where the presidents did it on their own. But if you look back at the not only the money that we raised, but the things that we did for the communities where we were, it's mind-boggling. It's just so wonderful. You think of building a library in a building for battered women in Vancouver, British Columbia, or buying a mobile doctor's office for a charity in Orlando, or helping to renovate an AIDS home in Las Vegas. I mean, these people were all so astonished to see how great of an organization we really are and the neat things that we do. And for the record, we did this before PGA golf, because the PGA Tour gives back, and they might have stolen our idea, but we were given back before them.
Is there anything else you wanted to add about the program?
I would just like to say thank you to all of the members, all of the vendors, all of my friends that support the program to this day and got on board early. I just think it's such a wonderful thing that we do. And if anyone were to reach out to me and say, "Hey, Dave, can you still help me out?" I'm here. I want to thank all of the past presidents for keeping it, because they didn't have to. I mean, somebody could have come into office and said, "You know what? This has basically run its course. Let's do something different." And I'm so happy that the decision has always been, no, the members love this and we want to do it. And the other thing that's been so amazing is that the Gives Back presentation became like a very key part to the opening day, that the members were in attendance, all excited, waiting to see who are we giving this to and trying to find out about the charity. So my hat's off to everybody, and the big guy up there knows what you're all doing, and it's very, very much appreciated. Thank you.
Dave, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it.